Good morning. Good morning. I am so glad that each one of you have chosen to come join us this morning. I hope you have your cup of coffee or hot tea or a cold drink, as what Barbara has, and join us today. Our question of the day is, are you resting? We've got some stats that Barbara gathered for you, and I have a personal story. And so I'm Carol Henderson. As you know, that's the thing I forget to do. I'm Carol Henderson, and I have Life by Design. And I help people to look better, live better, and feel better by helping them get to the root of issues in their life, but also helping them up their nutritional IQ so that they can both get younger inside and lose weight. So those two things are amazing opportunities for each of us. And I'd like to introduce my co-host, Barbara Ellison. Oh, but before, on mine, you see that number on Barbara's screen? I don't have a number because this is a real wall. But anyway, that number, 855-476-4845. If you'll text wellness, just that one word, wellness, to that number, you'll get all of my information about products I recommend and other things about this podcast and things that we each do. So, Barbara, take it away.
And I am Barbara Ellison. I am the founder of the Wellness Playroom, where wellness is not just about not being sick. It is about being well in every area of your life, your relationships, your health, absolutely, but also your wealth. And so that's what I do in the Wellness Playroom. And it is just such a blessing to be able to help people. And those are the things, health and finances are the things that most people pray about, either for themselves or for others. And you know what? There is an answer. And so I am always happy to share some of the insights that Carol and I have not created, but that we are using, because it is so important and you cannot do it alone. And so that's why it is so important to reach out. And that's one of the things on our class this morning. They were talking about seeking wisdom. And that's from people that have done it before you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So that's my little soapbox for the morning. But come and join us if that's something that you are interested in doing. If you have a health challenge or a mental challenge or just an absolute relational challenge, hey, reach out to us. We're here.
And join us for fun on these calls. But yes, put it down in the chats, like and share, because we're here to help other people to improve their lives.
Right. And we're going to we talk about things that are relative. Yes, there are relative, but they're relevant. And because, Carol and I, we're people. So guess what? The things that you might be dealing with, well, chances are Carol and I are either doing it ourselves or we've been through it. It's a law. I mean, we cannot get through life on our own.
Yes.
And
well,
so
and I want to add,
why not have help getting through some of the things that we're dealing with?
I want to add in too that go to our The Aging Experts page, because today I will be posting some pictures of a trip that Barbara and I just took where we went hiking in this deep, deep red sand with black lava rocks sticking up from it. I mean, you had to keep your eye on the trail all times because it just, we did stop every now and then just to see the beautiful vistas,
Right.
But it was a hike. And so that what we do, 2 miles in and 2 miles out, is that what?
2 miles in, 2 miles out.
And that's part of being a senior. That's part of enjoying your second half of your life, which is what we're all about, is motivating you to do that. But we also went jeeping, and we went rock crawling and helicopter rides. It was a blast. But your senior years can be fun. They can be more fun than your early years. because
Right.
everybody always thought, or I remember people talking about it. It's like, why is all this wasted on the old people? It's because the old people deserve it. We worked hard to get it. So, the youngins go and do things, and yes, some of them get to do all the fun things, including um, the gentleman that took us jeeping is
Yeah.
quite young and multimillionaire, and he teaches us how to be more sustainable and such in our finances and in our industry. But one of the things that we're talking about today,
And one of the things,
sorry,
yeah, and
potential spam. How many
one
of
of the
y'all get
things
those calls? Your
that I want
car
to say,
warranty is no good.
oh, yes, it must be the time of year because I've been getting them too.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I think is important too is, as we age, we get less concerned about what other people think.
Mhm.
That is huge, because so often I can remember in my earlier years of thinking, oh, well, what do people think if I say that I want to do that? What do people think if I do that? What are others going to say? Now I've gotten to the point where if you don't like something that I'm doing, well, that's your problem. It's not mine.
That's right.
And
That's
that can
right.
be so liberating.
Yes.
I wish I had known that back 30 years ago, where I was more concerned with, oh, my image and what people would think. And if I wore a certain thing, or if I dressed a certain way, or if I said a certain thing, so worried about how other people were going to take it. Now, oh, well, if you have an issue with something, then if it hurt you, absolutely come and tell me. However, but if it's just something out there, you know what? We don't
And
care.
Barbara's not saying throw caution to the wind and wear your
Well,
pajamas and house
absolutely not.
shoes to Walmart. Okay.
Right.
Although
Exactly.
many people do, typically at our stage of life, we want to be up a notch to
Yeah.
teach the youngins how
Yeah.
to live life. And so she's not saying that, but don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't go around saying, does this make my look big?
Right.
Who cares? Who
Who
cares?
cares?
You want to be healthy
Yes,
and
exactly.
nutritionally dense, I guess, for lack of a better word. We can help with that. You want to be wealthy, and wealthy is not a bad word. It means that and it's not all about money, it's about life. It's
Right.
about how wonderful your life can be. And so you want that at our age. And, you want to be wise. I don't know if I grew up with the healthy, wealthy, and wise
Healthy,
being
wealthy, and
a
wise.
mantra of my parents. And so that's what we're talking about. But today we're going to focus in on rest. And Barbara has some statistics for us. I want to tell a story. And I mean, we have done this trip fairly recently. I've been working on getting some new platforms up for us. More will be coming out about that on all these pages and stuff, learning new things. And I want to tell you, learning new internet things on a daily basis from a gentleman that we did interview on a Thursday. His name's Adam, and he has Atom Connects, like in Adam Ant. The Atom Connects, and he's kicking our backsides on learning new things, and
You
it's
got it.
all great, and it keeps your mind young. It keeps your mind
Right.
young, and if you've got a young mind, your body will follow suit.
Right.
So all of that, but I had gotten tired because I was already busy. We've got the homestead here. We've got building things that Keith and I are doing out there for the chickens and for the garden, and putting up fences and things. And so I'm trying to fit that in with house, with this, with new stuff. And so I was overwhelmed. And so in my quiet time on Saturday, I kind of felt that, number one, it was the start of Passover. Number two, it's in Holy Week, as in between Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. And I just felt led to not do anything on the computer. Now, that's not to say I didn't get on my phone a couple of times and look at things or ask questions, but I put everything down. And even to the point of no music playing, no podcasts playing, total silence. And I started cleaning, and I'm talking deep clean, and just started, and it felt so good because I'd been given things kind of just a lick and a promise for a few weeks. And we live on a lake, but we also have high wind. And so there was dust, and I've dusted, occasionally. I won't say every day by any stretch of the imagination, but there was just, it's like, and I had dusted some stuff like the day before, and it was already dusty again. And I'm like, and I'm talking about lots of dust. And I'm like, oh my stars. But anyway, so I started really deep cleaning, and y'all saw my decluttering pictures when we were doing the cluttering and things. And I did some electrical work that I needed to do, changing out some light fixtures. I didn't want to have to buy a new ceiling fan, so I took the one we had down and took it apart, and in painting the brass into a silver hammered hammered nickel, and it's looking beautiful. But so many things that I caught up on, and it felt so good. And then yesterday we of course had company come in, and had a real laid back. I mean, we're talking hamburgers. We just enjoyed the time. And so it just nourished my soul to do that. It really nourished me. And last night I'm thinking, I don't want to go back to work. But this morning I woke up and it's like, yeah, let's get this on. And I started texting with Adam, and we had our prayer call. And well, it's not really a prayer call, but it kind of is, because in our business, our faith builds our business, and our business builds our faith. And that is the most amazing concept that I have been a part of. And I've got to give a shout out to Robert Arthur for that, because he heads this up, and he has also been interviewed on this channel on the Thoughtful Thursdays. So we bring the people to you that we think are going to have something to put into your life. In fact, we have an author.
They're impacting our lives.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, I'm gonna be quiet and let Barbara give her statistics about rest. And I do try to get good rest, but I do get up at a certain time every day. And so when I stay up too late at night, I can tell the difference. And I'm not a napper. Naps do not serve me well. But I had gotten that last week where I would sit down in a chair, and a couple of times I think I dozed off texting somebody. So I knew something needed to change. But anyway, go ahead.
And yeah, it is just exactly what you're saying, is that once in a while you just hit a wall. Like Carol said, we've been busy. We've been doing things. We've been getting a lot, but feeling so productive, and that's what we talk about is motivation. So what's keeping us motivated? Well, all these fun things that we're learning. However, it's also called, have we ever heard the words work-life balance? Well, I have to admit, I have been a little out of balance. I have been spending more time on work things. And when I wasn't spending work things, I was feeling mentally like, oh, brother, but I've got to get this done. And, so you're starting to get that little rev up. And then this morning it was like, Barbara, you have got to stop. That's it. Because I was feeling, we came off of our morning chat this morning. I was like, oh, I've got to do this. And okay, first of all, let's change our verbiage. You don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yes.
And the thing is that so often we don't take time, and this is what I ran into this morning, to take the time. What is going to be the best use of my time? effort, energy, and resources. And I say that all the time. Is this going to be the best use of my time, energy, resources? And yet sometimes, Barbara, did you listen to the answer? Not necessarily. Because so that's one of the things, and that's where rest comes in too. Because one of the things that I looked up is the Journal of Sleep and Sleep Disorders. They did a research that if for people that get less than 5 hours of sleep a night, you lose 29% of your productivity. That's huge. That's almost 30% of your productivity. And so now, and then, so to take it a step further, if you suffer from insomnia, and you can lose 58 to 100% of your productivity because it can become so severe. And insomnia, they have shown in some ways, is a nutrient deficiency. Your body is not getting the nutrients that it needs to reduce the stress, because stress can be caused by nutrients. The thing is, so why is this important? If you are less productive at work, in your job, in your business, whatever that is, that means when you're less productive, that will impact your paycheck. So that is your money coming in. So it's like, oh brother, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, well, I've got so much to do that I'm working so much. But then you're working so much because you're not being as productive in the time that you're working. Take time to rest. The other day, I had a really busy schedule. And just because I do still work outside of my home, which I love doing, but I had a really busy time. And I got home and I went, all right, I have got to get horizontal. The thing is, I did a meditation. Don't just take a nap. YouTube is your friend. If you are having a really busy day, you need to not only regroup your body, but you need to regroup your energy and your spirit. I lay down, got horizontal, and did a meditation to restore my energy. And our brain, we have the brain power to do that. Sometimes though, we just need a guide. Like I can do it on my own. I don't have to have a guide. But once in a while, it's nice to hear, oh, gee, somebody's put out a new guide. One of the ones that I use is the mindful movement. And every once in a while, they'll put out a new meditation, guided meditation. Okay, let's see what she has, and it is so fun but once you learn how to do the basics, you can do it for yourself. So that's my biggest thing. Because and one of the other things about resting, and I'm going to take a little moment to talk about the business that Carol and I are in. We are in network marketing. One of the benefits of network marketing is that once you build it, it will pay you whether you work it or not. So I have people that are using our products, are using our business to earn income for themselves. I don't have to watch over them. I don't have to be part of their business because they have that for themselves. And that's one of the beauties of being in a direct sales type of company, rather than going to a brick and mortar where you work for someone else, because you have and when you don't work, you don't get paid. And when you don't show up, oh, well, you either have to take a sick day
or get fired.
Or you get fired. So
and I want to put something in here with multi-level marketing, with network marketing. You can do that while you still have your job, just like
exactly.
Well, and I do too, because I have the homestead, but it's something you can do an hour a day.
Right.
If you dedicate an hour a day, you can build a very nice income from an hour a day, because
residual income.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's because it's leveraging other people's time. And so one of the things I am going to give a plug, YouTube, remember YouTube is our friend. And on YouTube, there's a guy's name, his name is Tim Sales, Sales, Tim Sales. He has a video out there that is one of the most watched videos on how to earn income, the most lucrative way to earn income. And it's like, wow, leverage the efforts of other people rather than relying just on your own. I have
And you
watched it
can
several times already.
Yeah, you
And
can
in fact, we'll put the link in the show notes.
yes, but you can go to Team Z Global and see it there, or
Yeah.
reach out to one of us and you can get it, and we'll put it down in the show
Yeah.
notes.
And then the other one, of course, is Jim Rohn. It is absolutely the most watched training video ever of how to earn income, how to leverage other people's efforts, because you're all building for yourself. And it's not that you are trading time for money. So off my soapbox, can't talk. Off my soapbox about that, but it comes back to being able to rest. Once you build your business, you will be earning income while you're sleeping.
Yes.
And you will be able to live out of your abundance. Jesus came that we might have life and have it in abundance. And that is, I truly believe, is the perfect definition of being able to live out of your abundance, that you are earning your income while you are sleeping. That's a good deal.
It's a very good
Just
deal.
saying.
It's a very good deal. And, we didn't mean to get off on that, but it is a perfect way of resting. And, you run hard in the beginning,
Right.
but still 1 hour a day. And I mean, you can build a 6-figure income with 1 hour a day. It'll take a little longer than doing 2 hours a day, but I mean, 2 hours of watching Jeopardy on TV. I don't even know if that's still on, but 2 hours of watching TV that is just mindless stuff. What's that going to get you? Where are you going to be 5 years from now if you spend all your time watching the news? Spend all your time watching some game show, or spend all your time watching some whodunit.
And there has to be balance. I mean, yes, I love to watch a movie.
Yeah, we watched one last night.
I'm a Hallmark movie gal. Love to watch a movie. That's not what we're saying. Dedicate some time to training yourself, of learning how to be the expert in whatever niche you're in. Number one, though, find the niche that you love.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to do this as a business. You can just enrich yourself with knowledge to be more aware and to be able to help your family members when they come to you with a problem. Because most of our clientele here are people in the second half of their life, and they're trying to make the second half better than the first half. And so that's what we're saying. You are of the age that your children and grandchildren will be coming to you for information. And isn't it wonderful when they say, "Oh, Grandma will know. Grandma can tell us."
Yeah.
She knows those old remedies. She knows how to do this without going to the doctor. Let's go check that out. And number one, you get to see your grandkids one more time than you would have. I mean, they'd be coming to you instead of to the doctor. But the other thing is keeping them healthier and out of the doctor's office. And as you know, we love doctors. I have lots of doctors that are friends. In this country, which we're in the US, there is no medical system in the world better than the US medical system for emergencies, for body trauma. You get in a wreck, you cut off a leg, whatever, none better. But the system here and in most countries, it's you start with one pill. Oh, that didn't work. Well, to another pill, to a higher dosage, to more pills. And like with my husband, he was on 18 prescriptions multiple times a day. This is after his back break. And one of those pills was to keep the other pills down.
Right.
Now that's a lot of pills. And then after the 2 heart attacks, he was on 23. So that right there tells you it's like a spiral. It's a downward spiral. And so if you know, and how many people know somebody whose mother, grandmother, whatever, ended up going in the hospital and they say, well, they're taking these 2 things and they shouldn't be taken together, or this is too much of this, and they take them off of everything in the hospital so they can watch them and you know, amend anything that needs amending, but they get clear in their head and they feel better and everything on less meds. And that is so true. It was true of my husband, but that was a lot of meds. And once again, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I've just started even feeling that I could do or say that, you know, as I've told our story more. But I mean, that's a big deal to get someone off of 23. Well, 21 of the 23 meds, and the 2 that are still left are like a 10th dose of what he was. But he was, and you know, the doctors looked at it and every time said he needs it, he needs it. There were 2 of them that he's off of that they said he will never get off. And also, I mean, he's off his another potential span. And I thought I had it silenced. Sorry. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm silencing it, but not my ringer. Oops. So, but anyway, so that's one thing I want to say is really look at this. And we are not doctors. We don't play one on TV, but we are practical. We have good common sense. So if there's
Our bodies know how to heal itself.
Yeah, you give it the right building blocks. That's how God made us. He made us to heal. So
that's it for our soapbox for today.
Okay, well, I have one last thing.
Oh, you can say it. And you're allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed. It's Passover season. Okay. Now, the feasts, we think of them as Jewish feasts, but they're not. They're God's feasts. He never said quit doing them, whether you're Christian or Jew. Those feasts are your feasts. But when the children of Israel left Egypt, and how many of y'all have watched 10 Commandments? Which Cecil B. DeMille did an amazing job, especially when you consider the special effects of the day. I mean, it was done, I think, in the 50s.
Yes.
But as they're leaving Egypt, the little old feeble guy said, will you take my tree and plant it in the new land? Well, that was one place. Most of his stuff is very accurate, but that is not accurate because in the Bible, it says there was not one feeble among them. Not one feeble among them. That means young, old, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And so that is available to us.
Yes.
That is available to us. And that's something, if you're on medication, if you looking at surgeries, replacement body parts, there's another way many times.
It's never too late to start.
Never too late to look at it. So anyway, not trying to, and it's not that we're going to say, oh, this product will fix everything because, it's a product that we like. I have a plethora of products that I recommend for my clients, just as Barbara does. It's not that we're a one-trick pony and that we are this company. It's, we do have our focus, but there's also a lot of really good things and Barbara's shared things with me. I've shared with her. And so we have many things that we can suggest to you for your different situations. So put it in the chats or private messages. You can get a hold of us both, even through the text SHINE to the 855-476-4845 or text wellness to the 845-476-4845. That you can do that. And and we can respond. You can actually even book a time for private consultation on that site. You can get a hold of us that way. So anyway, we love doing this. We love doing
Yes.
this, and
Yes.
look forward to it every week. So I want to thank you for coming, and just say, have a good day. Make it a wonderful, wonderful, productive day.
Yeah. And get
Productive
some
to your
rest.
personal wellness and rest. Yeah. So
So have a good one.
we love y'all.
See you next
Bye.
week.